A police captain slams a black man against a patrol car, shouting for the cameras, chasing likes and fake praise. But Watch doesn't know. He's not just another target, he's an undercover FBI agent. And her career is about to collapse in front of everyone. The officer's hand locked the cuff with a snap that echoed across the cold parking lot. Streetlights buzzed overhead. Phone cameras flickered in the distance. She gripped his arm harder than necessary, looking right past his eyes as if he were less than human. "You're under arrest, sir," she said loudly, turning to face the phones pointed in her direction. Her badge gleamed under the lights. A smirk said it all. This was not about justice. It was about views. He said nothing. He didn't flinch. He just stood there, hands behind his back, face calm, posture unbent. There was something unsettling about his silence. Officer Karen Maddox had been with the department for 15 years, decorated, respected. But lately, she'd been chasing something else, online attention. Her clips went viral when she took down suspects in bold, dramatic arrests, each louder and more public than the last. She didn't know this time would be different. The man she was cuffing was Elijah Ward. To the world, he looked like any other black man in a hood, silent, non-threatening, and easy to ignore. But beneath that silence was a life few could imagine. Years spent deep undercover, sleepless nights, missions that never made the news. He had worn the uniform of a Marine, walked beside men who never came home, and now served where silence was the greatest weapon within the FBI's counter-corruption task force. He didn't speak because he didn't need to. He had seen cities fall silent after lies. He had watched men break in interrogation rooms. And he had learned that sometimes the loudest truth is the one that doesn't beg to be heard. His orders were simple. Investigate corrupt law enforcement exploiting social platforms for personal gain. Maddox was already on their radar. Elijah's presence in that parking lot wasn't luck, it was the final piece of an operation. Months in the making. She paraded him across the lot. Cameras followed. "Thought you were above the law," she spat under her breath. Still, he said nothing. Across the street, two men stepped from a black SUV, dark suits, silent stares. They watched the scene without blinking. One tapped his phone. The other nodded. Then everything shifted. The radios crackled. Officers froze. A call came through high clearance. Maddox's smile vanished as her radio hissed to life. "Stand down." Immediately. "That man is one of ours." The silence in the parking lot became heavy, like gravity had shifted. She looked at Elijah again. Really looked this time. No panic in his face. No fear. Only calm. "You framed the wrong man," one agent said as he approached. "She didn't frame me," Elijah replied for the first time. His voice was steady, low, controlled. "She framed herself." A bystander whispered, "That's the guy from the news. That's FBI." Phone stopped recording. Officers looked at each other. The power in Maddox's posture drained. Her hands dropped from her belt as the agents pulled out paperwork, documents she couldn't argue with. She wasn't asked to explain. She was told to leave her badge. Elijah turned and walked away, not in anger, not in triumph, but in something quieter, something stronger, the kind of silence that cannot be bought or faked. He didn't look back. Silence isn't weakness, he once told a trainee. It's where the real strength lives. Honor doesn't need to shout. It just needs to stand. The story didn't go viral for the reason Maddox wanted. It spread because it exposed a truth far deeper than one officer's mistake. It reminded people what justice really looks like and what it sounds like when it walks away without saying a word. In the days that followed, Elijah refused interviews. He didn't chase credit, but others stepped forward. A retired Marine posted, "He saved my life once in Afghanistan." Not surprised he's still saving people, just doing it quieter now. And in front of the FBI building, for one full minute, flags were lowered, not for a man who shouted, but for one who stood, endured, and never had to raise his voice. Some heroes don't carry megaphones. They carry silence, scars, and unshakable purpose. If you believe dignity doesn't need a spotlight, comment below where you're watching from. Share your thoughts and subscribe for more stories that honor the quiet strength of real heroes.